What's going on, YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Today's video will be titled Before You Buy a ZL1. So I got today's video inspiration by the comment section, but not on my video. I was watching the Throttle House video and I posted one comment, forgot what I said, but I started a war in the comment sections with different car drivers and things like that, just talking about the Camaro. Mustangs were thrown in there. Mustang guys are really kind of hostile, man. Shout out to my guy Mustang GT350 who recently started his channel. Do me a favor and go subscribe to his channel. He has a GT350, so that was the car I had before that. So hopefully he can carry my torch. Go over there and check it out. He's got his intro video, his initial video, so go check it out. I'll link him down in the description. But yeah, before you buy a ZL1, so there's a lot of different types of car buyers out there, and your reasons may be different for one or another. So I just want to make sure you all get the right information before you go and plop 70 grand on one of these things. So that's going to be today's video. And before we jump into it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. So I had a few conversations with people that own Camaros and thinking about either upgrading from, in particular, SS1 LE. Shout out to Hot 1 LE. Shout out to Race Car Friends. I talked to both of those guys about my ZL1 experience. I know Race Car Friends, he got a chance to drive one recently, so just going over that. And they recently announced the 2024 Ford Camaro. Just kidding, I think the new Mustang looks very similar to a Camaro, especially from the rear end on. But yeah, hopefully Chevy continues on to do a 7th gen Camaro, because that would have been a nice troll from Ford. Like, oh, you stop making your car, we'll just make our car look like your car since you won't be here anymore. But let's get on to the video. The ZL1, phenomenal car, my favorite car to date. So there's some things that I feel like you all need to know before you buy a ZL1. So, and my uses in my car is different from a lot of people. Like, it's my daily driver. A lot of people use it as their weekend toy, their track car, their street racing car, their drag racing car, road course car, but mine kind of does all of it. So my car, I'm about to give you my reasons for that. So here we go. First thing, and it's the obvious thing, is the price of these things. My Camaro base ZL1 MSRP is at like $63,000. ZL1 1LE adds, it was $7,000 or $8,000 at one point, and that increased by maybe $3,000 probably for 2023. So the price is a lot more than your other Camaros, and depending on what you do, that might be a waste of money for you. So for me, I do a lot of things in my car. I just love the ZL1. I just love the car. With the ZL1 comes with a lot of upgraded parts, like my brakes and rotors. And I found out, shout out to Charles from the Race Car Friends channel, these brakes and rotors are like $4 grand installed at the dealership when they wear out. These tires, which you all seen me replace 2 of them already in my 7,000 miles, one was like 350, 400 a piece, depending on where you get it from. And you might have to wait for it to come in because they don't have these readily available in stores, so they got to go to a warehouse to get them. So the price on that is expensive. It burns more gas. Just to buy the car is more expensive. Tires, brakes, things of that nature. The consumables are more because it's a track car. This car is really, it's a track car, and I'm driving it as a daily. The next thing you should know before buying the ZL1, this is a fast car. I cannot stress that enough. And depending on your goals and what you aspire for in the car, it could be too fast. In my honest opinion, it's too fast for me with the manual. So I got the 6-speed manual in here. I can do over 50 in first gear, and I can cruise on the freeway in second gear if I chose to. And that kind of negates the purpose of getting the manual, because the manual should be more engaging to drive. So if you choose one of these cars in the manual transmission, there's better choices in the Camaro lineup if that's all you care about is the engagement. I feel like the SS1 LE is more engaging to drive because you actually get to roll through the shifters. And even if you step down the engine displacement, like the 3.6 liter and the 2.0 turbo, you can get even more engagement. This thing, the gears are kind of tall, so I don't get to go through all of my gears. If I'm on it, third gear is the best I can do. I just can't go from one to four like I can on the SS1 LE or other cars. So it's a fast car, and it's meant for the track. So you bought a track car to complain about it on the street? So depending on your goals, there's better Camaros for the job. Like if you want to drag race a car or build one, don't care about warranty, the LT1 is the perfect Camaro. It's the lightest, and if you want to just throw on some drag radials, tune it, you can make those cars fast. If you put a cam in it, it can be as fast, if not faster, than the ZL1. But it all depends on your goals. Like, don't waste money buying the ZL1 if all you want to do is just race on a course, a small tight course. The SS1 LE could carry its weight better around smaller, tighter courses. And as you know, you saw me at Camaro Fest, I got beat out at autocross by a 4-cylinder Camaro SS1 LE. So depending upon your goals and what you want to do with the car, there's better options within the Camaro lineup to do these things. Yeah, we know the ZL1 is fast and is very track capable, but if you aren't going to the track, then you are not getting the most out of your car. And that's totally fine. If you want to do it, I'll do it. I just love the car. But just to consider that before you get one, because I've been asked a lot of times, like, should I get a SS or a ZL1? Is it worth it? And the price gap it can be huge depending on what you get. If you get like a base LT1, that'll be high 30s. 63 versus this, that's a lot of thousands. That's tens of thousands of dollars when you look at it. If you want a track capable car, the SS1 LE is like high 40s, like 40. Well, when I had one, it was 47,000. 47 versus 63,000. It all depends on what you want to do. If you're just going to modify it, throw a supercharger on it, don't even consider the ZL1. Why would you do that? But it all depends upon your goals. Autocross, drag racing, road racing, it all depends, because there's better Camaros to do certain things. Like, it's a lot of drag racers too. Like, a lot of people ask me about drag radials. That's not my thing. I'm not street racing. I will do a spirited run, but I can't justify buying drag radials. I don't even drag race. I went to Camaro Fest and didn't get on the drag strip. I did the road course and I did autocross. Like, the curves are my thing. That's where I prefer to have my fun at. And I'll do other stuff too, but it's just personal preference. And the third and final thing I want to shed some light on with the Camaros, the competitors of the Camaros, like the ZL1, like the top tier trims, like their competitors did more. The Camaro came out 2017 with the ZL1, and then they did they added the 10-speed to the ZL1 1LEs at some point. But that was kind of it. It never got a bump in horsepower. We know there's more engines out there, and like the Blackwing CTSV, they updated the engine, so that can happen, but it didn't happen with this. And the GT500 came out 760 horsepower. That's 110 more horsepower than this. So if drag racing and road racing is your thing, you pull up to a GT500 stock for stock, you're gonna lose top end. You'll get it to 60, but top end, you can't overcome that much of a horsepower deficit. And then Dodge, I've never seen so many updates on the car. They came out with 7 final editions for the Mopars, the Charger and Challenger. The Camaro, I haven't heard anything. We got a red and a gray color, cool. But the Mopars, they get 807 horsepower, and I don't even know how many editions there are. Like, at the moment, there was a super stock at one point. They got the Demon Hellcat Red Eye, and now they got the gel brakes. On top of the gel brakes, I heard of a King Daytona, and they bringing back more colors. I saw a Plum Crazy, love that color. 807 horsepower. You're not about to beat that on the road either. Like, and it's hard for them to catch traction. But road racing, if that's your thing, which a lot of you like to road race, and roll race, drag race, and all that kind of stuff, that's a huge horsepower deficit, especially if you're already in motion. 100 miles an hour zone, the ZL1 is going to hold one of these. And I said that to you all because I feel like the Camaro owners are more flexible, more open-minded to other cars like the Mustangs. I got a couple shout out to Rich GT350 and Mustang GT350. They're my Mustang guys that hung on, so I appreciate you two guys. But it's a lot of other Mustang. When I sold the GT350, they left and they were pissed about it. But the ZL1, like the Camaro people, they're more open to the competition, I feel. Just what I noticed. Read the comments, you'll see for yourself. But that's what I want to let you all know. Before you plop down $20,000 extra on the ZL1 over an SS, these are the things you need to know before you buy one, because you can save yourself a ton of money, especially if you're buying a car cash. 20 grand in an SS can go a long way. And then there's always the elephant in the room, the Corvette. If you just want performance, the Corvette will outdo the Camaro in certain ways. It won't overheat like the ZL6 did that one year. Boom. So the ZL1 and the ZL6 had the same powertrain. I know the ZL6 had overheating issues at one point. The Camaro didn't have those same problems, but there you have it, the things you should know before buying the ZL1 Camaro. And there's reasons across other Camaros versus the competition. I'll do a video on that if you want to, just let me know. And I got a question for you all. So I know most of the people dropped off by now in the video, but the loyal subscribers, the loyal supporters, they're still here. So question, Z28, the 5th gen Z28. I really like that car, and I really like this car. Would you all really like that car over this car? Let me know in the comment section down below. 'Cause I'm thinking, like, man, the things the Z28 does, and since I'm about to get another car, I don't need my ZL1 to be as much of a daily. So just throwing it out there. I doubt I do anything this year. The ZL1's going to be here. And should I sell it or trade it for another Camaro this year, like it'll be another Camaro. So just throwing it out there. I haven't made any movements on it, but I was just thinking about it, like, dang, what do I really want in the car? Because I tend to go for the track versions of cars. I appreciate track versions on the street because I like the handling. Had a base GT Mustang, and I didn't like the suspension on it. The SS1LE, good car. GT350, worlds better than the base GT suspension. That's all I got to say about that. Forrest Gump voice. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Any questions about this car, fire away. But I'm Q, checking out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. A bee is chasing me. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.